Very nice, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Judy Greer. Judy Greer. Beautiful, beautiful lady. So feminine. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. Good.
Lana's a mom.
Lana is a mother. Adorable cartoon baby. Making little cartoon poops.
What is a bigger change, going from the previous setup to Vice, or from Vice to being a mother?
Oh, interesting. I mean, for me, even though the context changed for the characters during season 5, the dynamic didn't change.
Yeah.
And I really liked Vice because I felt like the scope was so much broader and more explosive, and the things that could happen to them were so much more unexpected. So I really liked getting out of the office and running around pregnant, getting shot at. That stuff was all super fun for me to play. It's a little bit more well, it's interesting. It should be more constraining for Lana to be a mom now. You know, she should be playing things a little more safely. She's not, obviously. She's very ambitious and she could give a shit. She wants to kick ass. She's not going to stop just because she's a mother. So I think that the dynamic now is how do you figure out how to be a mom and deal with your coworkers and deal with trying to find daycare and co-parenting with somebody who's a poor excuse for a human being and a grandmother who is a controlling alcoholic harpy and trying to make sure they don't blow up your own baby with like a stray grenade. So yeah, it's going to be a fun season. You know? Yeah.
Is there anyone Lana trusts the baby with in your face?
No, nobody, not at all. No. And I think really early on we established that she does not trust Archer. She maybe trusts Cyril. He's probably the most responsible out of the bunch. And I think he's also the most solicitous. I think he's the one who wants to get back on her good side. So maybe Cyril. He also did fuck Fomboise, the paleo man. So he's not all that trustworthy either, is he? No.
You play
Be
such
brave.
Lana's such an ass kicker, and she's a cartoon. And I'm wondering, is there any chance of you playing like a live action ass kicker?
Oh, I would love it. I have. It's my whole dream. It's my whole life.
I mean, like,
yeah.
I feel like the Marvel fandom would really like to get you in on that action.
Well,
if there's any
you don't
superheroes
have
you
to
want.
tell me.
Right.
No, I mean, you know, like the internet is just like, you know, shot through with that stuff, and it's you know, it's nice when fans are like. Fans are pitching things. I mean, fans pitch She-Hulk all the time. Fans have been pitching like Wonder Woman. That's great. It's super flattering. Nobody at Marvel is listening to anything the internet is saying, DC or Marvel.
You'll start a hashtag.
But it's flattering. It's very flattering. You know, I love action. It's my favorite genre, and I'm obsessed with it. And 3 years ago, I did a series called 13 that was based on the French comic, and it was super fun. It was me and Stuart Townsend. I got to play Jones, and I loved it. And I remember just calling him over, today I ran down the street, and I jumped out of my car, and then I blew up a bunker, I got shot in the leg. I was so happy every day. And that show is still, it's airing in Europe, and it just came out on DVD, and that was super, super fun to do. I'd love to do. That's my favorite thing in the world. So yeah, I mean, I would play a minor. I'd like to play Starfire, by the way. So if anyone wants to make like a big screen Teen Titans. I'm not a big fan of the current animated Teen Titans. Yeah, I sound like an ass. I hate those little tiny kind of like Pokemon style. I don't know. I don't like it. It's dumb.
You want ass kickers?
I like old school Starfire with the big old titties. That's what I like. I don't like this little tiny thing that you could, like a bobblehead that you pulled off the dashboard of your car. That's just me. And Cyborg doesn't look threatening at all. Like Cyborg was terrifying, right?
Yeah.
And now he's just like, hey guys, want to get a sandwich? So it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite iteration of Teen Titans. But, yeah.
A while back on Netflix, I saw you done a stand-up comedy special. Did you do a new one?
The special is, the material is done, and I just haven't had a window to shoot it. Like, I've been planning to do it for 3 years. I've just been too slammed. I mean, these are nice problems to have, but, you know, I have The Talk, and then I do Archer, and then I do Whose Line Is It Anyway, and then I do Girl on Guy, and I just wrote a book, and so I just haven't had, to do a special, you really need 3 months to just tour consistently, and then shoot it at the end, and I've never had that much free time. So, it is literally like the very next thing I'm gonna do, but I also really want to direct a film, and I'm probably going to direct a TV, and like last year when I had hiatus, I directed a couple of music videos, and then this year when I went on hiatus, I went and shouted on a bunch of shows in Dublin. So it's like, I just have never had a big enough window, and if I've only got 4 weeks, it's not enough time to do it, so I end up doing something else. So like this year I went and I spent a bunch of time in Ireland, and I did a set visit on Vikings, and then I did a set visit at Penny Dreadful, and then I shit myself with Happy. So amazing. So it's definitely like on my list, and it's going to happen in the next couple of years. It's just like finding a hole, but I definitely want to do it. So.
And I noticed that you were in Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
I was wondering, would you ever consider doing more video game work, voice acting in video games?
Yeah, I love it. So that's my third game that I'm on actually. So the first one that I did was I did a voice for Halo Reach. I just was a Marine in that game, and then I did the DLC for Gears 3. So so that was my third game, and that was the only game where I played myself. But I would love to be in a lead in a video game for sure, absolutely. And I would just be finding the right game. I mean, I'm so behind in my gaming. I know that's never gonna happen. So I'll just let that dream die. Adam he doesn't have the patience, but I'm so behind in my game right now. It's like really, really painful, but I'm still like 2/3 of the way through The Last of Us, and the acting in that game has been so incredible. And actually, even like something like Telltale, like The Walking Dead, I just thought the acting in that was pretty immense. So it'd be great to play a game that was narratively complex like that, where you could really act. God, I mean, The Last of Us is brutal, right? Brutal, like so amazing. The other day I got up, and my husband and I play together, and since it's a single player, like one of us will play and the other one will play. When I'm playing, I'm amazing. When he's playing, I'm like, I can't fucking watch you murder this game. So, right? I run around in a circle, and I'm just being effective. He runs around in a circle, I'm like, get your shit together, man. There are people shooting at you. But it was like some point in the game yesterday, I was like, I can't even watch this. You're gonna kill Ellie. I have to leave. So I'm very emotional. I would love to play in a game where I could make somebody else as emotional as that game is making me right now. But I'm super behind. I'm like games behind. We plugged in the one. We haven't plugged in our PS4. We're very behind. Very slow.
Can you tell us how motherhood has kind of changed Lana as a character?
Well, she was always uniquely qualified to be a mom. Like, she's always a bossy fucker to everybody, and the only pragmatist, the only competent person in this group. So, and she wanted to be a mom. She chose it. So it's not like she's like, oh, what's going to happen now? She planned this. So, it hasn't changed her that much at all. I think she remains as ambitious as she ever was. I think she's very happy that we're going back to worldwide espionage. I think she always had her eye on the lead seat at the agency formerly known as ISIS, and I think she still sees that happening for her. And I think she needs to create some stability in her life. You can't be a prisoner in an international despot's palace forever. Eating cocaine cupcakes, as fun a time as that sounds. I mean, I think her dilemma is just the working parent's dilemma, which is how do I navigate my professional ambitions and my responsibilities to my family. It's very, very conventional stuff, and then also not get shot to death, which is the unique element of the show. So, yeah.
I'm gonna steal
Thanks,
your
guys.
guys.
Oh no!
Thank you very much.
Oh no!
Thank you so much.